Welcome back to the exam preparation video series for DP-700, implementing data engineering solutions using Microsoft Fabric. This is the third and the last episode in this series. In this episode, we'll focus on monitoring and optimizing an analytics solution. We will cover how to monitor Fabric items, identify and resolve errors, and optimize performance. Here is a list of all the different skills you may be tested on. This list isn't exhaustive, and while we won't be covering every skill in this video, be sure you can perform these skills before taking the exam. In Fabric, monitoring isn't just about watching data flow. It's about using the right tools to optimize performance, troubleshoot issues, and ensure your data warehouse and analytics pipelines are always on track. You'll need to know how to use the Capacity Metrics app to track compute usage and costs, leverage query activity and query insights for a clear view of running and historical queries, and use dynamic management views for live session diagnostics, all without writing T-SQL unless you want to dig deeper. The Monitor Hub is your command center, letting you filter, search, and interact with activities across pipelines, data flows, lakehouses, notebooks, and more, with up to 30 days of history at your fingertips. For the exam, focus on identifying which monitoring tool or view to use for a given scenario, how to interpret activity logs, and how to take action or drill into historical runs when needed. With these monitoring strategies, you'll be ready to keep your analytics environment healthy and efficient, both on the test and in real-world projects. To configure alerts, you'll need to know how Microsoft Fabric's alerting system helps you stay ahead of issues and opportunities. There are three main alert categories: activator alerts, which let you set conditions on KQL query results, monitor live dashboards, and react to changes in workspace items or storage events; pipeline and data integration alerts, which notify you about pipeline failures, semantic model refresh problems, or data flow job statuses; and system monitoring alerts, which keep an eye on performance thresholds, capacity usage, and data quality. When an alert is triggered, you can choose from a range of actions, like sending an email, posting to Microsoft Teams, triggering a pipeline or notebook, or calling a custom webhook or API. For the exam, focus on matching the right alert type and action to a scenario and understanding how proactive alerting can help you maintain data reliability and performance. In Microsoft Fabric, Azure Data Factory, and Synapse Analytics, mastering conditional execution is key. Pipelines support 4 conditional paths: upon success, upon failure, upon completion, and upon skip, letting you build robust, fault-tolerant workflows. You'll need to know how to use error handling patterns like try-catch, do-if-else, and do-if-skip-else, each affecting whether a pipeline run is marked as success or failure. For example, try-catch treats both success and failure as overall success if the failure path completes, while do-if-else only succeeds if all activities do. The exam may ask you to match these patterns to real-world scenarios, such as running follow-up actions only if certain steps succeed, or logging errors when any activity fails. You'll also want to recognize how to use conditional logic, like and/or dependencies, shared error handling, and best effort steps, to build resilient, maintainable pipelines. When working with data flows in Microsoft Fabric, you'll need to recognize common connection issues, such as outdated or missing on-premises data gateways, authentication failures from invalid credentials or expired OAuth tokens, and permission errors that block access to staging artifacts or data sources. Refresh failures are another key area. Be ready to identify "this table is empty" errors caused by missing refreshes, circular dependency problems with calculated tables or summarized columns, and memory or timeout errors, including out of memory, 8-hour query limits, and 24-hour refresh limits. Don't forget network connectivity issues like port 1433 being blocked when referencing stage data. For the exam, focus on matching error types to their root causes and knowing the right troubleshooting steps to restore data flow reliability. Let's imagine you're working in Microsoft Fabric and suddenly your notebook throws an error. The DP-700 exam will expect you to troubleshoot these issues with confidence. You'll need to recognize common error messages like session timeouts, connectivity drops, access denials, and save failures. For timeouts, remember that sessions shut down after inactivity, so you can restart the session or adjust the timeout settings at the notebook or workspace level. Connectivity issues often stem from network instability or back-end delays, so a quick retry usually helps. If you see access errors, check your sign-in credentials, permissions, and tenant settings, and don't hesitate to contact your admin if you're still blocked. For paused capacity, only an admin can resume it, so know the steps to escalate. Missing items may be deleted or moved, so use global search or contact the owner. Save failures are often due to network drops. Enable autosave, duplicate your notebook, or use version history to protect your work. Collaboration conflicts can arise if multiple users edit outside a session. Resolve them by reviewing version history and restoring the right copy. Finally, if you hit Spark code issues like excessive query complexity, break your logic into smaller, manageable steps. The Event House is your scalable environment for processing and analyzing streaming data, and the Event House page is your central hub for all management and monitoring tasks. You'll need to know how to use the ribbon for quick actions like refreshing views, enabling always on to prevent service suspension, and setting minimum capacity units for performance. The Explorer pane helps you navigate databases and views, while the main view area gives you a real-time system overview, including operational status, storage usage, and activity metrics. Pay attention to the details area for region, last ingestion, and essential URIs for queries and ingestion. You'll also want to understand how to interpret running states, like maintenance, missing or suspended capacity, and what actions to take if the event house is unavailable. Monitoring tools let you drill into database activity, top users, and recent changes, and you can toggle between list and tile views for database summaries. Finally, Workspace Monitoring provides deep insights into usage and performance, with logging options that can be enabled or disabled as needed. Think of event streams like a live data pipeline that you need to keep healthy for your analytics to work. For the DP-700 exam, you should know how to monitor event streams in Microsoft Fabric. You'll use the Data Insights tab to track key metrics like incoming and outgoing messages, bytes, and event counts for each node, whether it's an event hub, lakehouse, or streaming connector. You'll also monitor the backlogs, runtime errors, data conversion issues, and delays, all visualized in real time. For deeper troubleshooting, the Runtime Logs tab lets you filter and search warnings, errors, and informational logs, helping you pinpoint and resolve issues fast. You'll need to recognize issues that can arise with mirroring, such as change feed errors involving system views, CDC configuration problems, and permission or authentication failures. On the query execution side, be prepared to identify and resolve temp DB space errors like a full primary file group, DMS operation failures due to resource limits, string truncation from data type mismatches, and performance bottlenecks tied to Azure SQL database capacity. For the exam, focus on matching error types to their root causes and knowing the right steps to restore smooth query execution. When identifying and resolving shortcut errors, remember shortcut issues often stem from access and permission problems, like broken cloud connections to S3 or ADLS, invalid authentication tokens, or insufficient OneLake security permissions. Configuration issues are just as important. Watch for path validation errors, reserved characters, and iceberg table misplacements. Don't overlook cache and network challenges such as cross-cloud latency or endpoint limitations. For the exam, focus on quickly diagnosing the root cause, whether it's permissions, configuration, or connectivity, and know which troubleshooting steps to prioritize. When you see questions about optimizing lakehouse tables, pipelines, or Spark workloads, think strategy, not just features. Microsoft Fabric's Optimize Right tackles the small file problem by consolidating files for better Spark performance, and it's enabled by default. For merge operations, know that low shuffle merge reduces unnecessary data shuffling, improving efficiency without code changes. Maintenance matters. Use Optimize and Vacuum to keep Delta tables fast and cost-effective. But remember, designing your table structure for your workload is just as critical as running these commands. For pipelines, focus on intelligent throughput optimization and parallel copy settings to maximize data movement. And don't forget, Fabric's AutoTune can automatically adjust Spark configurations for you. Just enable it and let the system learn from your queries. In the exam, prioritize root cause thinking. Is the bottleneck in file size, pipeline configuration, or Spark settings? Recognize the right tool or setting for each scenario, and you'll turn optimization questions into easy points. That's how you move from knowing features to mastering exam strategy. To recap, in this episode, we discussed how to monitor Fabric items, identify and resolve errors, and optimize performance. Remember, this group accounts for 30 to 35% of the exam, so keep that in mind when preparing for the exam. Thank you for watching the DP-700 Implementing Data Engineering Solutions using Microsoft Fabric Exam Prep video series. We hope that this series helped you understand the skills that you are strong in and areas where you might need to revisit. Remember that understanding these concepts is crucial for your success. Be sure to leverage other exam prep resources such as the study guide, practice assessments, and exam sandboxes. Thanks for watching. On behalf of all of us at Microsoft, good luck to you on your exam. For more information, you can visit aka.ms/dp-700-exam.